so before we start talking about children, can we first talk about ourselves? Now, here is the basics that we are looking at, which is focus on goals, time management, discipline, over usage of phone, having good values. We are so many of us here today. Tell me truly, with a true heart, how many of us actually follow all of this? This is just maybe one or two mothers saying this. But अपने खुद के दिल पे हाथ रख के अपने आप में देखकर आप में से ऐसे कितने जन हैं जो ये बोल सकते हैं, yes, I am absolutely always focused on my goal. Yes, my time management is fantastic. Yes, I am a disciplined person. Yes, I have very good values in life and I follow them. Yes, I don't do over usage of my phone. How many of us can actually say genuinely that these are all the things that I follow? Because we are all adults here. तो आप में से ऐसे कितने जन हैं जो ये बात सच में कह सकते हैं?
टाइम मैनेजमेंट तो मैं करती हूँ ठीक से, और बाकी फोकस्ड अपने गोल पे तो रहती ही हूँ। ये दो चीज तो मेरा है, और मोबाइल का तो नहीं उतना कह सकती, थोड़ा सा मुझे भी ट्रैक पे रखना है अपने आप को।
और डिसिप्लिन
ठीक है, that is okay for me.
Who is judging you?
Myself.
As adults, who is it that judges you? See, if you'll keep your videos on, I can actually talk to you guys. Otherwise, right now, I'm only talking to black names, black and white names. Yeah, and if you're working, Preeti, it's fine, but at least I can see what you're doing. It doesn't matter. Okay? So, who is it that judges us?
We are only judging ourselves.
No, I think everyone around is also judging. So I think everyone around is also judging.
So as adults,
and the kids, I think the children judge you the most these days, and they try to imitate the mother.
Yeah. So they are copycats.
Yes.
They are judging you. Okay. So
they are very smart these days.
So the children are judging you.
I feel.
Everyone around you is judging you. What else? Anything else?
And whatever we think, they are much smarter than what we think they are.
They're born smart.
They are much smarter.
No, even you were born smart only. They are also born smart. You were also born smart. You just were somebody who was brought up in a way where you were always told that you're supposed to listen and do what was told to you. You were exposed to much less than what they are. That's the
they are exposed. Yeah, they're much more exposed.
Now, can you imagine if they are copycats? When we are talking about them being copycats, if you are judging them all the time, what are they exactly doing? They're copycatting you. So in return, what are they doing?
The same.
The same. Okay? They're doing the same. They're judging you. Why? Because you have been judging them. Right or not? And who do you think has given us this ability to feel and believe that we have the capability to judge them? Welcome, Neha.
understood.
Smriti,
We do.
Padma Shri, you all can keep your videos on. So who has given us this certificate that we are capable enough to judge our children?
Even ourselves, sir.
Ourselves. Why?
I think
Because this is what probably you have seen
Yeah.
over the years. So you have decided that now you are a judge, that you are at that level, that you are now qualified to be a judge of your children and their
Yes.
characteristics and their character. But at the end of it, if you are going to do it, what are they going to do?
They will also judge us.
They will judge us and they will exactly copycat us.
Yes.
So if you are going to tell me, Preeti, that most of the time I am focused,
Huh.
okay? Most
Yes.
of the time I am focused, sometimes I go haywire. This is a very interesting point to be noted, my lord. You know why? Because children are always focused.
Oh,
Children do not lose their focus. They are born in the state of manas. They are always focused. Do you know what the difference is? The difference is that you want them to be focused on what is important to you. But they are focused on what is interesting and important to them. But what are we expecting? We are expecting them to shift their focus. What are we always telling them? Shift your focus. Focus on this. Shift your focus. Isn't it? We are always wanting to shift their focus from what they are doing and start focusing on something that we want them to do. And then जब वो लोग ये नहीं करते हैं, so we are so conveniently saying they are not focused enough. Isn't it? Think, yeah. Now who is the one who needs to focus?
yeah, we have to focus ourselves. But one more thing that, ma'am, suppose if they have chosen a particular goal, so they should be, they have to be focused on that goal, na?
Okay, very
But
interesting.
they'll
Now, okay. So, who has chosen that goal for them?
they have themselves.
What do you mean by that? Specify, Preeti.
Um, as for example, my daughter, she has chosen her goal, what she wants to become, what
What
she
is it?
wants.
Okay. How old is she?
She is 15 years old.
Okay. चलो.
हाँ.
15 साल की उम्र तक जब तक वो आई है तब तक उसके ये what she wants to become वाला जो गोल था वो कितनी बार चेंज हुआ है?
नहीं, वो चेंज नहीं हुआ है उसका.
अच्छा.
वो बचपन से ही वो एक्चुअली शी इज अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन. तो वो बचपन से ही 7 साल की उम्र से ही स्पोर्ट्स की वो ट्रेनिंग ले रही है. लेकिन अब क्या है, 2 स्पोर्ट्स में फोकस करती है. तो कभी वो जैसे एक स्पोर्ट्स में को कम कर देगी और कभी एकदम ऐसे करेगी, लेकिन इट्स ओके. शी हैज टू प्ले. उसको अपना जो मेन फोकस जहां पे रखना है वहां पे कभी कभी नहीं रखेगी, कभी नहीं जाएगी. कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं है.
ओके. अभी आप खाना बना रहे हैं ना प्रीति?
हाँ.
अब आप मेरे को बताइए, आपकी जिंदगी में आपने आलू की सब्जी कितनी बार बनाई होगी?
वो तो मैम कई बार बनाते हैं हम लोग.
हफ्ते में एक बार तो बनती है.
नहीं, हाँ, थोड़ा बहुत तो बनती है.
जैसे मैं बताती हूँ, मेरे पीहर में आलू की सब्जी रोज बनती है. ठीक है? आप
हाँ,
हफ्ते
एज
में,
तो हम लोग भी यूज करते ही हैं।
आप मुझे बताइए, एवरी टाइम योर आलू की सब्जी का टेस्ट इज कंसिस्टेंट?
टेस्ट कंसिस्टेंट मोर और लेस सही रहता है,
मोर और लेस,
कंसिस्टेंट रहता है।
ओके, मोर और लेस वो,
कभी कभी चेंज भी हो।
ओके, कभी कभी चेंज होता है, कभी कभी आप रेसिपी चेंज करते हो कि नहीं?
हाँ,
To change the
वो तो है।
flavor of your thing, to add more flavor to your life, to add more flavor maybe to the people who are eating, ताकि वो बोर नहीं हो जाए, तो हम क्या करते हैं? We try different recipes,
हाँ, अच्छा समझ आ गया। हाँ,
है ना?
समझ आया। हाँ,
आलू वही है,
हाँ,
लेकिन उसकी वैरायटी कितनी बनती
हाँ,
है ना?
हाँ,
तो आज अगर बच्चा वही है, लेकिन उसके पास कितनी वैरायटी है देखने के लिए और ट्राई करने के लिए और एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए,
हाँ, ये तो बस सही है।
तो
हाँ,
फिर अगर वो करना चाहता है एक्सप्लोर, तो हम उन्हें क्यों नहीं करने दे सकते हैं?
नहीं, जस्ट वेस्टिंग देयर टाइम, नॉट अपना बस टाइम को प्रोडक्टिवली यूज नहीं करना, जस्ट उसको वेस्ट करना, उसके लिए हम कहते हैं।
What do you mean when we say wasting of time is actually a child sitting and doing nothing, or when they're doing nothing, that is when they're doing something which is called thinking, or
अच्छा,
which is called absorbing. When a child is,
नहीं, जैसे हाँ,
when a child is doing nothing, especially a 15-year-old, from 13-year-old to 18-year-olds, okay? When you enter the teenagers age, you are going through massive change. You have gone into puberty. You are now having a lot of
करेक्ट,
sexual desires and wanting to explore your body. Lot of people have different ways
करेक्ट,
of expanding, and that is the reason why you are not comfortable with yourself. So many children will go
हाँ,
into becoming very solo. Unko, they want their me time. I don't want you near me. Please stay away. Give
हाँ,
me my time. वो ऐसे ही नहीं बोल रहे हैं,
हाँ,
वो जेन्युइनली वो फील करते
हाँ,
हैं कि मुझे अपने आप को अभी फिलहाल, मुझे अपने आप को समझना है, मेरे अंदर बहुत सारे
हाँ,
बदलाव आ रहे हैं, मुझे उस बदलाव को एक्सेप्ट करना है। और
हाँ,
वो एक्सेप्ट करने के इसमें दे वांट टू बी, फॉर एग्जांपल, when a snake is shedding away its skin and bringing new skin, that is exactly what's happening to these children when they are growing out of
हाँ,
the childhoodness and going into a teenager phase. So when you are going into a teenager phase, you are actually shedding away your previous skin. And us samay, they from, I always give this example, they are till the age of 12, no, they are like dogs, puppies. Once they grow from 12 years onwards, they turn into cats. You have to accept that. Why? Till that age, they want you. They want to cuddle you. They want hugs. They want you to be near them. They will always want your love. They will show you loyalty. For them, till that age, everything is about you. They want to be with you. They want to go everywhere with you. You are the world for them. But after that age, suddenly, they want to stay away from you. They don't want you near them. They don't want anybody. They want only their friends. Why? Because they are lookalikes. वो उनकी तरह दिखते हैं, उनकी तरह बोलते हैं, उनकी तरह चलते हैं, उनकी तरह बिहेव करते हैं. So they want their community. They will only come to you when they are in need. They want money, they want food, they want safety, they will come to you. Baki, don't bother with them. You don't bother with them, they will not bother with you. This is not their fault. This is not their problem. This is a natural process of growing up. This is where, in fact, you have to let them be and stand behind them like a pillar. One arm distance. Acha Baba, I am not coming in your way, but when you might fall, I am there to hold you. So you have to be like that invisible pillar. Because is umar mein, especially till they become 18 or 19, they're always going to need an invisible pillar. There are times they will cry for no reason. No reason at all. They will just cry and you don't know even why. You will ask them and they will say, I don't know. Because they don't know why they are crying. But that emotion is just coming out because you are having massive hormonal changes in your body. Massive. तो इस समय में उनका ये सोचना, ये चेंज करना, वो चेंज करना, ये बदलाव लाना, वो बदलाव लाना. अच्छा, आज ये पसंद है तो कल वो पसंद है. आज ये पसंद है तो I hate that tomorrow. Your taste buds change. Your way of thinking change. Everything changes during this time because you're shedding. New skin is coming. So this is the time as parents, we have to be there for our children. Ki bhai, we understand ki what you're going through. I accept that I cannot understand you fully. But you are in a process, I'm in a process. So can we at least be, we cannot be very loving. We cannot be very this at that time. Can we just be there for each other? That's all. जहां तेको जरूरत पड़ेगी, मैं हूं. बस. You cannot expect them to be there. Remember this. उनको जहां जरूरत है, वहां हमें खड़ा रहना है. पर हम ये सोचेंगे कि मुझे तुम्हारी आज जरूरत है और तुम्हें भी वहां रहना पड़ेगा. This is not a give and take relationship. Motherhood, parenthood is not a give and take relationship. Okay? This is our first rule that we should learn as parents. Parenthood is about giving. If you receive in return, you're lucky. Okay? But parenthood is about giving. What do we have to give? We have to give them basics. One,
unconditional love.
Unconditional love. Why do we say this word, unconditional love? We use these two words so casually. I love my children unconditionally. And then you expect enough from them. You want them to be focused. You want them to be disciplined. You want them to do this. You want them to eat. You want them to love you. You want them to respect you. You want them to do so many things. And yet we say unconditional love. What are we doing as adults? We are only manipulating and fooling ourselves. So now when our children are behaving the way they are behaving, I want all of you to think for 30 seconds. Are children behaving the way they are behaving? Don't you think actually that is the true self? Without any manipulation. They are what they are. The true self. वो कोई दुनिया के लिए अपने आप को अच्छा नहीं बनाते. उनको जो नहीं पसंद है वो नहीं पसंद है. वो कोई तुम्हारे लिए बहुत कुछ कर देंगे, बट उसके अलावा डोंट दे वेरी क्लियरली से आई डोंट लाइक इट, I don't understand. No, I don't want it. We are so conditioned with butter. We are so conditioned of this fact that we like to add the masala. We are so conditioned with this thing that we have to impress others that we have lost our true selves somewhere. And children are always true. If they lie, no, they are lying also is why? Because we want them to be conditioned in a certain manner. That is why they end up lying. But they're not born with the thought of lying. Huh? Let me tell you. How many of you, I'll give you an example, have been caught? I have. जब आप कभी सपोज आपकी छोटी वाली या आपके बच्चों को कभी स्कूल ले गए हैं या किसी आंटी से मिलने गए हैं और आपका बच्चा आपके साथ है और आपने बोला है और आपके बच्चे ने बोला नहीं मम्मी ऐसा तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं था. या आप स्कूल गए, ओ आई एम सो सॉरी मैम वी गॉट लेट, यू नो देयर वाज टू मच ट्रैफिक. मम्मा ट्रैफिक तो था ही नहीं. When we call up and we say, or we do make an excuse that no, sorry, she couldn't come, she was not well. When was I not well? How many of you have been caught? None of you except me. You will always see children are very truthful with their feelings. They don't know how to manipulate. The difference is we don't have the strength to accept their straightforwardness. We are not able to accept because we want them to be that jackfruit. It's a very beautiful way of thinking and understanding this. Just imagine you are a grape or your child is a grape. Chalo. Okay? Think of
नुपुर
it.
जी आपकी वॉइस बहुत ब्रेक हो रही है.
Yeah, okay.
और वीडियो भी बीच बीच में पॉज हो रही है.
Actually, the thing is there's no network today. Am I audible now?
हो गया.
Okay, am I audible to everybody? Am I audible to everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So we were talking of a very nice example. Imagine if your child is a grape. Now, if you are a grape and you want to make grape juice, क्या करने वाले हो तुम?
जूसर में डालेंगे.
You are a grape, you want to make grape juice. But you need more grapes, no?
Yes.
So what will you do?
We'll buy more grapes.
No, you are a person who is a grape.
Okay.
What will you do?
फ्रेंड सर्कल बनाएंगे उसका. अच्छा.
Okay, friend circle बनाए. किस टाइप का friend circle बनाओगे?
थोड़े सिमिलर लाइक्स होंगे जिनके उसकी तरह.
So if I am a grape, I will look for people who are similar to me,
Yes.
right? So I will be attracted to other grapes. Fair
Yes.
enough? Now,
Yes.
just because you're my mother and you are an apple, does that mean that because you are telling me to be attracted and telling me to do all the things that an apple likes to do, I'm supposed to do it? Will that make grape juice? No. So then, if I am a different character and my child is a different character, how am I expecting that they are going to behave the way I want them to behave? Jabki they are attracted to their own, own beings. I'm not saying company doesn't matter. Okay. Sangha matters the most, in fact, in a child's upbringing and their life. वो भी copycat होता है, by the way. जिस तरह का आप संगम रखेंगे, उसी तरह का संगम आपके बच्चे भी रखेंगे. So if your friend circle is the way it is, remember your children are watching. They're listening. They're seeing. So you have to be careful of the kind of friends you keep, because they are also going to have similar friends. So when it comes to one way of being, so if a grape is a grape, it is going to look for other grapes. That is how a bunch is made. That is how the juice will be made. By putting in an apple in the middle is going to ruin the flavor of a grape juice. But आप जबरदस्ती उसको अगर डालेंगे उसमें, तो ऑथेंटिसिटी जाएगी कि नहीं जाएगी उसकी? तो हम कैसे सोचते हैं कि अगर आज मैं मेरी पसंद की चीज, मैं मेरे हिसाब से अगर मेरे बच्चे को कुछ कराऊंगी या कराऊंगा, उसको वो करना चाहिए और वो उसके लिए बेस्ट है.
The reason being, हमें लगता है कि अगर मैं ग्रेप हूँ तो मेरा बच्चा भी ग्रेप ही होगा. Grape can give birth to grape only.
Grape can give birth. But is that a fact?
नहीं.
At the end of it, your DNA and the child's DNA
Different.
different.
Yes.
So we cannot think that they can be the same as us. So the one thing, but what we can do is we can be authentic. We can be truthful to ourselves. We can stop manipulating our feelings, our thoughts. We can stop manipulating the way we act and the way we are. Are you truly going to tell me that most of your time you are who you are and you're not acting? Not possible, right? Yeah, so Padma Shri is being truthful. How many of us can be truthful here? That हम आधी बार तो हम acting ही कर रहे हैं, आधे से ज्यादा बार in fact. तो आज अगर हम अपनी जिंदगी को इस तरह से संभाल नहीं पाए हैं, हम genuinely authentic नहीं है, हम क्या सच में, are we now, coming back to the first point, are we now capable enough to judge our children? Are we even close to that we have the capability to judge our children? No, none of us. तो हम क्यों अपना time, wastage of time, what we are talking about? Why are you and me wasting time in thinking what the child should do, how they should do it, where they should go, who they should play with, how much they should play, what are these, why are we wasting our time when actually the three basic things we are supposed to do for our children is love them unconditionally, give them a safe environment, and three is give them nutritious food. ये तीन चीजें अगर आप बच्चों को genuinely अच्छे से दे सकते हो, believe me, the rest of it is the job of copycatting. If you are not doing any form of sports or exercise and you think that your child is going to do it, they're expecting too much. Then if they are getting into something, you should realize that यार इसमें कुछ दम है, कहीं ना कहीं से ये लेकर आया है capability. तो फिर उसको explore करने दो. The moment they start doing some form of sports, तुम्हें लगता है कि वो यार उसमें एकदम 30 मार खान होना चाहिए. What हम कर क्या सकते हैं, हम उनके लिए एक एग्जाम्पल बन सकते हैं. अगर सुबह से आप उठते हो और आप सही मायने में वो सारी चीजें करते हो जो आप अपने बच्चों में देखना चाहते हो, आप देखोगे कि आपके बच्चे वैसा ही करते हैं. हो सकता है कि वो कम करे, पर आप उनकी उम्र में क्या ये सब कर रहे थे क्या? तो फिर हम कैसे सोच सकते हैं कि वो इतना ये I mean super smart हम उनको बुलाते हैं, तो how do we think that they are going to be like that? We have evolved, correct? We are not the same. What I was 1 year back, am I the same? No. So then how do we expect the children to be like that? Can we not embrace them for who they are? ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा? मैं हमेशा ये सवाल पूछती हूँ सबसे, ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा? You know, एक what is that? आपकी अदालत में ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा? ये सवाल हमें पूछना चाहिए अपने आप को. ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा? अगर बच्चा नहीं पढ़ रहा है, पढ़ता ही नहीं है, और मेरा बच्चा कितना कोशिश कर ली, कमबख्त मैं थक गई हूँ, थक गया हूँ, इट्स सो इरिटेटिंग, आई फील लाइक पुलिंग माय हेयर, आई डोंट नो. ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा? वो 1 साल फेल होगा, उसको समझना रहेगा तो वो अपने आप समझेगा. You have to be the pillar. Let them come to you. Have you created that platform? Have you created that kind of atmosphere अपने घर में कि आपके बच्चे आके आपसे बात कर सकते हैं, कि आके आपसे शेयर कर सकते हैं कि this is what I am feeling. People start businesses at the age of 60, 65, 70. हमारे तो इतने इतने से हैं. And we want them to achieve and achieve and achieve. Can we not let them explore life the way they want? Is it necessary they have to pass out 10th at the age of 15 or 16? Is it necessary कि अभी तेरे को ये करना है? Yes, I will agree on one thing. When you are doing a certain form of sports or dance, you have your body clock is there. It is a biological clock. कुछ चीजें आप एक ही उम्र में कर सकते हो, उसके बाद आगे जाके आपका बॉडी आपका साथ नहीं देता. All sports people have to quit after a certain age, right? They cannot do that. That is, yes, I agree. But do you think that today any sports person who is at the level they are, do you think that their parents have not done equal amount of effort as the child has put in? You read the history of most sports people. The parents are the ones who have gotten up at 4 in the morning, made dabbas, gone, driven around with their children, gone places, sat all day. I know parents who have given up their jobs and their businesses just to explore, just to allow the child to explore his or her sports career. I know a father myself who has left everything and he only travels with his son because his son is a golfer. क्या आप उतना कमिटमेंट दे रहे हैं अपने बच्चे के साथ? If you want them to be a sports person, then it is a hobby. Yes or no? फिर वो एक हॉबी की तरह हो गया, तो let them do it as a hobby. If you cannot be there fully committed with your child and still expect the child to do everything, then you are missing those 3 points. Safe environment, unconditional love, nutritious food. You're missing it. You're not being truthful. So we have to think on these points before we want to judge our children on what they should do, what they should not do, and how they should do it. We can't do that. You don't want them to watch the phone? Are you doing that yourself? First,
We
ask
used to
yourself.
work. हाँ, correct. Understood.
You know, and another very important thing जिसको हम as adults बहुत ज्यादा unnecessary importance देते हैं. Very, very important thing which I feel we give too much importance to, which is here a point. Very important thing. And that is a small world called goal. Goal. We think everybody should have a goal. All your focus should be on the goal. Whatever you do should be to achieve your goal. Agree or not? Padma Shri says yes. Preeti is saying yes. Anybody else?
Because I myself do that. जितना possible है उतना. Unless you have goal, आप वहां तक पहुंच कैसे पाओगे और अपना level बढ़ा कैसे पाओगे?
So you have to have a goal. Okay. Who else?
नहीं तो वो directionless हो जाएगा ना जो कुछ कर रहे हो.
Okay. Anybody else wants to say something on this?
I think goal brings a lot of pressure also.
Goal
That
brings
you have to achieve,
Okay. For some, it may feel like, okay, it gives you a direction. For some, it may feel that it is pressure. Okay. What else?
For me, I feel easiness is very important. So right now, I am for my child, I myself don't really focus on goal, and I never ask him also to do that. I feel that it is a stage, it is an age where he just needs to experiment and decide for himself that what he would like to do. So
Explore. Okay.
yeah, explore.
What else? Who else? What would you like to say about this thing of goals? How focused should somebody be on their goals? So when we talk about goal, imagine yourself on a football ground. Okay. Now on the football ground, what happens is you have a goal and you have the ball. Okay. Can you play that alone? Number one, no. How many players you have? You have many players who are in your team and against you. So you have obstacles, you have hurdles. So when you're going to play the football, when you're going to play a game of football, your goal is to get that ball into the goalpost. Yeah? But you need support. So you will take the support of the rest of the people around you. You will have obstacles, but you will pass those obstacles if you take the right help. Does that still guarantee that you will reach the goal? No, it doesn't give you guarantee. Correct? Do you get disappointed if you don't reach the goal? You get disappointed. But you get more disappointed if the opposite person gets a goal. So somebody else is achieving it, but I am not achieving, or my child is not achieving it, is actually pinching me more. True or not? He or she has got some medal. He or she has received something. He or she has reached some kind of a percentage. But my child has not, so that pinches me. So I may not or may be able to reach the goal, but somebody else achieves that goal. That is where, number one, a comparison starts happening. Yeah. And that comparison is what adds to your list of goals, that this is how the goal should be. Second, before you start going towards the goal, have you ever seen, if you're so focused on the goal, that is my goal, that is my goal, that is my goal. But to achieve that goal, tell me genuinely what actually you have to do. To achieve that particular goal, to get that ball into that goalpost, what is the thing you actually have to do?
Practice the skill. They have to be consistent and practice.
Practice is the word of the day. You have to practice. You have to practice every day. You have to practice happiness. You have to practice health. You have to practice. That is the word for today, Preeti. Everything you have to practice in life. You have to practice love. You have to practice spirituality. You have to practice. That is how life is. You have to practice. But when I am playing this game of life, and my goal is the goalpost, how am I going to start this journey? By first kicking the ball which is in front of me. Or is your focus so much on the goal that you have forgotten that you have to first kick the ball? And you're so focused on the goal that somebody else has come and kicked the bloody ball, and you are still focusing on the goal. Are we willing to kick the ball? And you don't know which direction the ball could go. You have kicked it in a certain direction. You don't know what obstacle can come in the middle and take it away from there. Isn't it? You don't know what life has for you. We don't know. Are we prepared to accept? मैंने तो किक किया उसको, लेकिन बीच में ये बंदा आ गया और ले गया. Are you prepared to accept this happily? Are you okay? My daughter is doing basketball. अब यार ये पता नहीं यार, ये बीच में बैडमिंटन कहाँ से आ गया यार? हाँ, फोकस छूट गया उसका. बास्केटबॉल अभी छोड़ दिया है, अभी बैडमिंटन की तरफ जा रही है. Are we okay to accept that? Because the ball is there only, the field is there only, the players are there only, the goal post is also there only. क्या फर्क है? You have to just change your way. You have to be flexible enough to flow. You have to then be focused on that direction, on how to get that ball back. And for that, what you need is alertness. So what you actually need is to be alert. And alertness only will come if you are aware. So the whole essence of life starts from being aware. Awareness. Aware of your feelings. Aware of how your children are feeling. Aware of their likes and dislikes. Aware of this fact that I may plan things, my children may plan things, but life may have its own plans. So I am okay with however it works out or doesn't work out. I may plan, आज यार घर में छोले ही बनेंगे. Your child will come and say, मैं तो छोला खाऊंगा ही नहीं आज. मुझे तो ब्रेड बटर खाना है. तो क्या करोगे आप? देख, छोले बने हैं घर में, छोले ही खाने पड़ेंगे. Behave yourself. This is not the way. Or you will say कि अच्छा बाबा ब्रेड बटर खाना है. क्या बात है, छोले खाने का मन नहीं है. I'm not saying give in to everything, but at least find out. At least पता तो करो, उतना patience तो रखो. Be aware कि बाबा उसको छोले क्यों नहीं खाने हैं. क्या बात है, छोले पसंद नहीं है. क्या है, वैसे तो तुम खाते हो. Find out. और कितनी बार ऐसा होता है यार, मूड नहीं है मेरा. हाँ, रोज कोई इंसान करे इस तरह से, then yes, then somewhere you have to bring a protocol. But कभी कभी आज अगर कोई करता है, तो what are we meant to do? We are meant to be aware of how they're feeling and why they're feeling and what is it. And do you know, they are always, in fact, children are always aware of how their body is behaving. It's very beautiful to watch them. Especially my little one. It's amazing to watch. The moment she will fall sick, she will stop eating. They know that my body is not well, I'm not supposed to eat. Zip. The moment that they know, okay, I'm tired, I cannot think, I need more sleep. You see, even if a child who gets up every day at 6:30 or 7, उनका fix रहता है, ऐसे झपक से आँख खुल जाती है उनकी, in fact, but they will sleep because their body needs it. But what do? उठो, स्कूल जाना है, लेट हो रहा है. No, no, you have to go. How can you miss school? You have to go. Come on. But we are not asking the right question. We are not wanting to become aware of why they're behaving and why they're doing what they're doing. We don't have the patience. We don't have the time. So can we genuinely sit down and first become aware of our own feeling? Why is it that we are expecting them to do what they're doing? Why? Is it because we are conditioned like that? A goal is only set, by the way. A goal is only set, please remember this, to show you or give you a direction. So you can be more disciplined and practice daily. That is why a goal is set. A goal is set because it helps you to be disciplined and give you direction. But remember this, the way or the path to the goal is your actual goal. Because that goal is the way you will explore your potential. Because you don't know if you're going to hit that goal, correct? There are so many players in your team in that football ground. Do you know exactly who's going to hit that goal? Everybody's aiming at that goal. But who's going to hit it, do we know? We don't know. But can we explore our potential? Yes. You will only explore that potential if the only aim is not the goal. The aim is to give your best, is to move out of all those obstacles and to give your best as the teammate in that game. When you give your best to life, when you give your best to living life fullest, that time you will explore it to the fullest. When you explore it to the fullest and allow them to do that, then you will see they might just go beyond that goalpost. Isn't that what we want for our children? That they should go beyond even what we are imagining them to do. Your imagination is also limited, right? Don't you hear so many, I cannot even imagine that he can achieve this. So they have an imagination which is beyond. And that is the reason, in fact, I also don't allow, or I also don't expect my children to have an idol. I don't set idols for my children. I don't have one. I stopped. When I understood this fact, why am I expecting myself to become like them? Behave like them, or him or her. I want to be like her. Why should I tell my child, he should be your idol? You should be like that. You should achieve like him. Why? My child might have the potential to go beyond. Or my child might have the potential to just be who he or she is. So then why should I create that disappointment in my life or my child's life that they care? एम तो इतना किया था और अभी तक यही है। अरे बट उसकी लाइफ का पोटेंशियल शायद उतना ही है, or maybe the child has the potential to go way beyond. So then why are you restricting that goal for them? So think before you think that your child needs an idol. Idols or people with achievements, you should read their stories and get inspired. What do we get? We get inspired by them, by their actions, by their decisions. And believe me, the biggest and the most beautiful inspiration, nobody can be but you for your children. So if you are looking for an idol for your child, look at yourself in the mirror first and ask yourself, are you not an idol enough? Because if you're not, that means you need to work on yourself first. You need to work on yourself first. Because the perfect idol is very much here within home. Dada, Dadi, Nana, Nani, Buas, Masis, a close friend, family, so many people, society may, they're all close to home and we're still looking at the wider angle. Why? They're right here. So don't compare your children, don't look for idols. Let them be who they are. Allow them to explore who they are. And on that journey, ये सब चीजें होने वाली है. There'll be a lot of things you will not like. There is a lot of things they will not like. There are a lot of going to be arguments. It's okay. It's part and parcel of a journey. They will be lazy. They will not want to do things. That is their body. What you can encourage them to do is speak to you. Give them an environment where they can come and speak to you. Give them an environment where they feel safe. And watch over them like an invisible pillar. Because somewhere, अगर आपको लगता है कि उनका संगम, यानी कि उनका संघा सही नहीं है, या कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रही है, which is the biggest influence in their life, by the way. That time, yes, they need your advice. They don't need you to tell them, क्या बकवास है ये? No. They need you to be logical. They need ideas and options from you. If you are going to say, okay, so na, that friend is, I'm not going to allow you to meet. No. Forget it. Bring another person in their life. Give them an option. You should know all their friends, no? If you have created an environment where they can come and talk to you, तो फिर आपको उनके सारे दोस्त पता होने चाहिए. So give them options. Allow them to mingle. Be with them. And don't try to be their friend, by the way. This thought of parents being friends. I want to be my child's friend, not my parent, not the parent. अरे भाई दोस्त तो बहुत मिलेंगे. हाँ? हजारों दोस्त हैं. सो कितने अनेक दोस्त हैं. माँ बाप एक ही होते हैं. वही माँ, वही पप्पा. Can we be parents? We are meant to be parents. Can we be parents? Why is it that we all want to be their friend? We need to be parents. We need to be like watching over them. We need to be feeding them well. We need to be loving them, however they are and however we are. We need to be there. Can a friend do that? Genuinely asking you. उनकी limitations होती है ना, वो वहीं उतना ही कर सकते हैं. पर माँ बाप, do we have a limitation? Ask yourself. No, na? Unconditional love. We don't have a limitation. So why do we limit ourselves and say, I want to be my child's friend? Be a parent. Be proud of being a parent. Be happy being a parent for your child. They need us to be there. When they're heartbroken, they need us. When they slip and fall, a friend can just be a friend. But what a parent can do. I'm not disregarding a friend. They make your life, in fact. They can make and break your life. Even parents can do that. They come next to family. In fact, I know people who have no family. Their friends are their family. But if you are a parent, then be a parent. Then don't try to get confused and don't switch roles. And don't be confused. And the other word which we all should put into our dictionary from today onwards, which I always keep saying again and again also to all of you for your own life's growth, is don't keep saying, I tried my best. I'm trying my best. Okay? I'm trying my best. I tried to do, now she's not listening. What can I do? Just do one thing. Switch. Instead of using the word try, trying, tried, just switch that into the word in process. In the process. Just switch that word try with in the process. Now, can you take a moment and think, I'm trying to make her understand. I'm in the process of making her understand.
As it is an ongoing journey, evolution. We are on the phase of evolution.
Yeah. So now what has happened? Instead of having frustration, instead of giving up, instead of feeling like, okay, you are trying to do something. I tried to do something. If you add the words in the process, you will always see you will become more calmer. You will have more patience. You will feel like, yes, somewhere you will reach. You will have hope. Doesn't that make you feel different? When you're saying, I try, I will try, I'll try to do it. Okay, think about it. When you say, I'll try to do this, I'm in the process of doing it.
Yes, there is difference.
There's a difference, no?
Correct.
Now, every time, wherever you feel you use the word try, trying, tried, now use this phrase. I was in the process. We were in the process of doing this. Maybe it didn't go that way, but it's okay. I tried to do this, it didn't happen. Change. And when we bring about this little change in everything around us, you see the magic. And this is the magic of small things. This is a very vast topic, guys. Okay, we are going to need like full month also we will spend only on parenting and only on discussing this. Then also it is less. Parenting is such a vast topic. But I hope most of you got lots. My God, it's almost 10 o'clock. I hope you all received something from today.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So can you just now do this little homework? We did not even get into the coloring bit, imagine. There was so much that we were talking that we did not even get to the coloring bit. So keep those pencils and pens and sketch pens and drawing book with you, because we will definitely do this process. Okay. But for now, there are so many of you today. Jyoti, Padmashri, Preeti, Neha, Madhulika, Prasad, everybody, Sashi. Can you do this very specific homework? How many ever things we spoke about? Just write them in point form. Why I am saying write them in point form is, if you put each topic with its heading and just a point, you will always remember it. You will always remember it. But if we just write it and think about it just as paragraphs and whatever we spoke, we will not remember it much. So if all of you can just sit down after the session, just write a small heading or write one statement and put it up on the group, I will hopefully be able to see if you all have all covered everything. Because maybe Neha will write down something and then she may forget. So if Padmashri writes it, then you will be able to see, okay, yes. Oh yeah, this was also there. Okay. So please write the heading or a small statement and write a statement below it and just put it on the group for everybody. And this topic, we have only scratched the surface. So there's a lot more to cover, which we will do over the next coming weeks. Okay.